Jerry gets distracted pretty easy, and if you are too, man.
Frankie's your last chance.
I'm gonna let you rest with it.
What?
I'm gonna let you rest with it. I think it's.
Oh, no.
I don't know what you said. I mean, bring it. I mean, I don't know. I can't write. I can't read my writing problem. If I wrote something down, they just don't want it.
You can find Facebook Live,
Yep.
and then Alex puts you on, and then our page, the link to.
Yeah. April is doing it for her first time. Rhonda normally does it,
Okay.
and that is Andrew's wife.
Zoom in on you.
Wow. New utilities clerk too. Grab all those and
It's like when it gets to the rest of it's technical difficulties.
Yeah, and it'll also depend on time. Yep.
She said all she got to do is push a button. I was like, well, we can ask her.
Yeah.
She's good at pushing buttons.
Todd, you done it before?
No, I haven't. I mean, I was a part of like our council down in Johns Creek. I lived there for 20 years and whatnot. Did a lot, but
Oh, you're gonna have to.
I never
now.
moderated. I did moderate quite a few things.
Teenagers every single day.
Well, yes.
We'll see which is easier.
She wrote out a script. I mean, like, if I get off script, I get penalized, so.
Is she gonna ding the bell and that means
She'll
get back?
ding, and then I have to go back, and, so. I've moderated quite a few city events from where I came, but not here. Not at 4 o'clock.
Is it hot here?
Yeah, it's not weird.
I'm cooking.
Are y'all hot?
Yes.
I can fix that problem.
The temperature at your seat ought to be just perfect. I guarantee it feels better in that chair than it does up here.
I'm like always hot.
68 degrees.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is concrete from 1939.
I was just.
And you see that design right there?
Uh-huh.
You know what that is in the wall?
Looks like corrugated metal.
It's tin.
And is it tin? Yeah. I wondered.
And they've done it all on the outside too.
We just send him back.
Somebody was being creative in
And then
1930.
I guess so.
Put him in the backpack.
Hello, Dottie. Hello, Nikki.
He's getting her toenails done.
But you weren't late.
Want a kid for the week?
My time. My grandbaby coming in the morning.
Well, we're raising our 7.5-year-old. Raising her 2.5 years. It's tougher on my wife than me.
Second level courage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is that
Jim Overton's piss ready.
I would have a hard time imagining on stage right by that. Right
I sped. I was like, I looked at my watch, I was like, towards the end of that interview, Sam Biden. And I looked down, I was like, oh my gosh. It is
Well, I thought
I got it.
That's
Okay, so that explains why she just texted me.
my daughter.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You had a daughter?
My mind.
So it's probably
Should be fun.
Any questions? You probably asked your questions.
I did also ask all
We'd have to have like a Jeremy Let me tell you, hey, go.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Well, I don't need a wife.
so.
I'm gonna name my
Good.
I got a long way.
Good, how are you doing? My apologies.
No worries. Save the best for last, right?
Breathe. Water.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm Ellie Van Dorn, president of the Habersham County Chamber of Commerce. I wanted to say special thanks to our friends from the Northeast Georgian for helping us put this together. So we got Sam and Zach here from the Northeast Georgian representing. I'm gonna not beat around the bush and just hand this right on over to Todd Caldwell, Executive Director of Hub of Habersham. He is our moderator this evening, and he's gonna explain the rules and all the things, and then you're only gonna hear ding ding from me for the rest of the night, so.
It is on. Yes, sir. We are good to go. Thank you, Ellie. Well, good evening. Welcome to the 2025 Demorest City Council Candidate Forum. My name is Todd Caldwell, as Ellie said, Executive Director of Hub of Habersham, and I'll be your moderator tonight. This event is presented by the Northeast Georgian and the Habersham County Chamber of Commerce. We're pleased to have you here to meet our 4 candidates running for the 2 at-large seats on the Demorest City Council: Mr. Sean Allen, Mrs. Patty Davis, Mr. Andrew Ferguson, and Mr. Jim Welburn. Tonight's forum is designed to help voters make informed decisions by hearing directly from each candidate on key issues affecting our community. Here are the ground rules for this evening. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for opening statements. Each candidate will be allowed 1 minute per response. Miss Ellie has the bell for said ending of response. Time limits will be enforced fairly to ensure equal opportunity. The order of responses will rotate with each question. No direct rebuttals or personal remarks, please. Candidates and audience members are expected to remain respectful at all times. We will take a few questions from the audience. Please write your questions legibly on the provided cards on that back table right there. Our volunteers will collect them and bring them to the moderator's table then. That's me. At the end, each candidate will have 1 minute for a closing statement. So let's begin with our opening statements. Each candidate has 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to introduce yourselves, share your background, and explain why you are running for City Council. I'm just going to do it in alphabetical order to begin with Mr. Sean Allen, please.
Sure. So my name is Sean Allen. This will be my third election. I won a special election in the year 2020 for 1 year. In 2021, I won a 4-year my own term election, and I'm running again this year. I'm a fourth generation Demorest resident. I was born in Demorest at Habersham Medical Center, and to be honest, I purchased a plot at the cemetery, so this is probably where I'll end up too. I went to school here in this building that we're sitting in right now. I finished my school with my master's degree at Piedmont University. I'm still living in the same house that I grew up in. Been here for the majority of my life. There was a few years between college and me coming back to here. I also got a degree from the University of Georgia. I work at Northeast Georgia Health Systems. Thanks to the pandemic, I now get to work at home, and this is probably the first time I've worn a shirt and tie in a long time. I've decided to run again this year. We've started a lot of projects that I would like to continue to finish with this, namely trying to find solutions for sources of water for Demorest and for this county so that it can help the future of everybody that's going to live here.
Thank you. Let's go on to Ms. Davis.
Hi, I'm Patty. My husband and I moved up here about 4 years ago. We wanted to get away from all the chaos that is Oakwood, Florida Branch area now. And we were looking for a peaceful place to retire, and Demorest has been a wonderful choice. We have wonderful neighbors. I retired just this last December. Up to that point, I've had 2 careers. I worked in banking for 20 years. I was in finance and lending and also accounting. And the last probably 7 years, I was the AVP of Frontline Operations at the bank that I was at. Then I had the opportunity to move into being a corporate trainer. I love people, and I love to share information, and being able to work for a company that I knew the software that supported our bank, that was really great. So I did project management, I did corporate training, learning experience development. I have a lot of skills when it comes to working with people and leading people. And why I'm running, I've had the opportunity being on the DBA, and then also for my husband being a council member, to get to know everybody, to work with the city, and I really do want to continue to invest in our community. I retired so that I could follow my passions, which is my family, and also to lead the jail ministry at River Point Community Church. I'm the chaplain at Habersham County Detention Center, and then also to work with the DDA and work in the community.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Ferguson.
Hey, I'm Andrew Ferguson. I grew up in Habersham County. Met my wife working at Lowe's, and she lived right in the city of Demorest. And here I am. 2021, I was driving to work. I decided, I enjoy people. I enjoy talking to everyone I come in contact with. I also enjoy being part of the community. So that Friday morning, I pulled in, qualified, gave it a shot, and I won. This first term has been eye-opening. A lot of opportunities, a lot of involvement. The 4th of July celebration, just being a part of this great team that we have on City Council. And like Sean said, we have a lot of projects in the works. A lot of behind the scenes, and that's why I'm running again. I would love to see a lot of these ideas that we have come to fruition. I would. Currently, I'm working for the city of Houston. I do see, like Patty mentioned, a lot of growth. And seeing that that small town firsthand handle what they're having to handle because the growth is there. If we do not continue making these steps that we are working on now, we will be facing a problem. So I want to continue to be a part of that, of the solution.
Thank you very much. Mr. Welborn.
I am Jim Welborn. I have lived in Demorest for 30 years now, and I grew up in Cornelia, right next door. So I've been running back and forth to these two towns back in my young days, starting out and learning this area as well as Cornelia. I was in construction for 30 years, building houses. 20 of those I was in business for myself. It was my own. Well-Built Homes was my company. I'm used to running projects. I'm used to organizing groups of people to get projects done. I'm used to maintaining budget, understanding what it is to keep a budget. I was in that special election and came on board as a city councilman at the same time that Sean did. And then when that term ran out, I ended up over on DDA and have been serving on the DDA, was involved with the purchase of this building here and many other projects that we are pushing toward trying to bring them to fruition at the moment. I liked to be involved. I've been a pastor for a number of years. I know what it is to be before people. And let me tell you, there's politics at the church too. Not just in the city. But you learn how to work with people. You learn how to be with people, and you learn to listen to people. And I'm a citizen just like all of y'all. And my interest in Demorest is the same as y'all's. We want the best for this town. We want lower taxes, but we want the services that we get. So we have to find where the balance is. How do we pay for the services and we don't keep dipping in everybody's wallets? And if you look before when I served as city councilman, that's what I was looking at. I was always looking at budgets and trying to figure out how to help all of us, the city and the citizens. So this is what I want to do. This is where I want to serve.
Excellent. All right. Thank you for giving us a little bit of background. What's that?
Do we need to be using?
We do not. I found out we are good to go on that. She's picking it up in the back through the main. So
I can hear him.
So do speak clearly and loudly as we go. Thank you. Hey, we're going to enter into our main question and answer time now. This is going to be divided into 5 thematic rounds, each with 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 questions per round. Each candidate, you'll have 1 minute to answer your question, and we will rotate the speaker order as we go. All right. This first round is the leadership and vision round. And so the first question, and we will start off with Miss Patty. The first question is, what motivated you to run for city council, and what do you hope to accomplish in your first year?
I really want to invest in this community that's embraced us. And just from seeing how the city's run and getting to know everybody and that, I want to be a part of that. I think we are faced with a lot of challenges, all small towns are, and opportunities. And for me, communication is key. I would really like to see the better communication between the city and council and also the community, and also just give the employees a forum as well from the city to share their ideas and thoughts, and just make it a good place for everyone to come together to make Demorest the best city it can be.
Excellent. We're going to go on to the same question to you, Andrew. What motivated you, and what do you want to accomplish this year in particular?
The motivation really is the projects we have in mind. Nothing is in concrete, but a lot of ideas that's working. And I do see the demand coming. I know the growth is not here like it is in other areas, but it's working its way up here. And if we're not prepared, we're going to have problems. And I just like to be involved and find that solution.
Right. Jim, for yourself, motivation and accomplishment this year?
The motivation hadn't changed since I was in the first time, and not staying on council, but then moving to DDA is still the same motivation. I'm trying to do what I can to help the citizens. I'm not good with sitting still. I want to be involved, and I want to work, and I want it to be fruitful for everyone. And we're right, we have an explosion of growth that's coming our way. We have infrastructure that's going to need to be put in place to take care of that. Some of that is not going to be necessarily in our city, but we have a big water department, and that water department provides for a lot of people. And we're going to have to grow it to provide for a lot more people that are coming. And I want to be able to offer my services to help the city to grow in the right direction.
Thank you. Sean.
Sure. So what motivated me the first time I ran? There was a lot of strife. City was in the news. We had local Atlanta media coming up here to cover the city and everything going on at that point. My goodness, Facebook views on city council meetings were in the tens of thousands at that point. So I'd seen someone say that the elders of Demorest ought to get together and try to control everything. Well, I started thinking about that for myself. I'm like, am I an elder? I don't know. I meet that criteria, but anyway, I decided, well, why not? Why not? Let's give it a try. I have a varied background, been here a long time, had the education, work to do it, so why not? Hey.
Thank you. We are going to keep that time tonight.
Angel just got its wings.
Yes, indeed. There you go. We're going to actually enter into round two. I've been talking all day, folks, so apologies. We're going to look at economic development questions now. And we're going to start off with you, Andrew. And this first question is, if you had a decision to vote to move the post office up to City Hall and build the new parking lot, removing the two large trees, what would you do and why?
Good question. So I'm actually torn on this concept, mainly because where the post office is now does work for the post office. However, if we do look into the future, and we're asking the citizens what they would like to have downtown, it's our duty to respect that. Doing the work here at the school is going to be a challenge. I know we have 2 trees in the front that mean a lot to a lot of people.
Right.
And we are looking at options currently, but either way it's going to be a challenge. So I do feel like we need to do something with this building because right now it's such a large building for one purpose as a city hall. So we need to do something with it. If we don't make that decision to move forward with progress here, then we really need to listen to the people and figure out what we want to do. Yeah.
Thank you. Same question to you, Patty.
Moving the post office up here makes physical sense. We are limited to what we can put into this building, and we need to utilize it. And so also the parking issue downtown for those people who are trying to go to the post office when our wonderful restaurants are open is a bit of an issue as well. So moving the post office here and finding a way to have plans where we don't take down the trees, that we find a different place to put that parking lot. That will put a valuable business here. It will give people plenty of parking space up here. The post office itself, it may be that Holden Oversold could move into it, or if they don't want to, we could put another restaurant or business that will bring income to the city. The city needs income. We don't have a lot of big businesses or industries, so it really makes sense. All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Jim, same question.
Well, from the council side and from the DDA side, it would be mutually beneficial for the post office to come up here. The post office would provide lease money that would help to pay for this building. So it makes sense. When the DDA bought this building, we had two other interested parties that were ahead of us in offering more money. But we were the lowest offer, and the owner went with us because he wanted us to have it. He wanted Demorest to own this building. If the other people got a hold of it, one wanted to demolish the building and build townhouses, so the building would be gone. Another wanted to turn it into apartments here, so there would have been more parking with them. One way or another, there was going to be alterations made to it, but we, for the main interest, wanted to preserve the building. So from the DDA side, yes, if we can empty the building downtown, we can put another business in it to help bring revenue in and help our taxpayers. And if we can get the post office up here, they'll help pay for this building. And that helps too with the taxpayers.
All right, thank you. And Sean?
Can you repeat the question, please?
The question was, if you had a decision to vote to move the post office up to the city hall and build a new parking lot, removing the two large trees, what would you do and why?
So when this big, beautiful building that's been here, built by the Franklin Roosevelt administration, Works Progress, was built, and we saved it, the city saved it by purchasing this building. There was not any intention of just having City Hall be up here. I think we're paying around $8,000 a month in mortgage for this building. That's a waste of money to have just City Hall up here. As far as the post office goes, the post office was in a long 30-year lease with a very low rent. Our downtown area, right now we have a thriving restaurant that's busy at night. We already have issues with parking and traffic downtown. We're getting a new restaurant that's going to be coming in a few months. It's just going to continue to get more and more crowded downtown.
Indeed. Thank you. Good history there. Second question in regards to economic development, and we'll lead off with you, Andrew, on this. What are your thoughts on the TAD power referendum, and will you vote yes or no on the ballot, and why?
My thoughts on the TAD?
On the TAD power. Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on the TAD, I believe it's a good thing for the city. Just to have the tax allocation area so that we can utilize our funds to reinvest into our infrastructure where needed. So we can be ready for growth. That's my opinion.
So you would vote yes on that then? And Patty?
I vote yes, I agree with Andrew. It is a good opportunity for us to have funding for infrastructure and for the possibility of growth. We're landlocked, but that does not mean we have to be limited. And so this will give us some options.
And Jim?
I believe it'd be a very good thing to put in place to have for us to utilize in the future. One thing everybody is concerned about, wants to hold on to, is our small town feel that we've always had. We don't want Demorest to be altered, we don't want Demorest to change. So look at Old Cornelia. The old town of Cornelia near the Big Red Apple is still the same there, but their growth went when Sky City built out, when Walmart built out. We can go to 365 and build out and utilize revenue money that can be brought into our city without affecting our small town. So putting a TAD in place would help us to grow in that direction.
Appreciate that. John?
I'll keep this a little briefer. First of all, I want to say that the TAD and annexation are two separate things. Will I be voting for TAD? Yes. Why will I be voting for TAD? Because I think that gives the city a toolbox that we could use in the future for infrastructure growth, or if we do get opportunities for expansion. And yeah, that's it.
Very good. Final question. It is, what are your thoughts on the Habersham County SPLOST, and will you be supporting the SPLOST referendum question with a yes or no that will be on the ballot, and why? Let's see, let's start off with Andrew on this one. Oh, wait a minute. We started Andrew last time, didn't we? Let's start out with Miss Patty.
I do support the SPOS. It's not a new tax, it's just an extension of the existing one. And there's so many things that this county needs. Being the chaplain, I'm at the jail all the time. I'm in the jail. I have seen the conditions. I know the people that work there as staff, that are detention officers. I work with the inmates, and that jail was never built to hold as many people as it has to now. It has not aged well, and we really do need to have a facility where the people who work there are safe, the people who are in there are safe, and it is built for growth. And Robin, our sheriff, has some great plans. And one of those is to make a larger facility where we can house inmates from other counties and get money that way as opposed to paying, because we spend a good deal housing people outside.
Thank you, Jim. Same question to you as well.
SPLOST is a small way for everybody to contribute to help the whole county. It benefits everyone. We saw it when I was in before. We had SPLOST at that time, and it allowed us to have monies to buy the new fire truck that we needed. SPLOST helps the community throughout. We all give an extra penny or so on our taxes. It's not a big extra amount for it. But with the growth explosion we're going to have coming, we're going to have need for our law enforcement to have more of a jail. Sadly, that comes with more people, more growth, you have more crime, and you're going to need the jail to be brought up to speed, brought into a nicer era, and it needs to be set in a safe situation for our officers, even being right there in the same building with whoever may be in there at the time. So, yes, it's a way to benefit our whole county, and the whole county can get a little bit.
Thank you. Sean, same question, yes or no on the ballot, and why for the SPLOST referendum?
Okay, so as an elected official, I have to be careful about saying anything supportive or whatever on this. Most I can really do is tell you what benefits you can get from SPLOST. Will I be voting for SPLOST? Absolutely. As everybody here stated, especially Patty about the jail, the conditions inside the jail is really kind of inhumane for what's going on right there now. We need a new jail. If we get a new jail, we can stop spending, I believe the amount was $400,000 a year that we're paying to house inmates in other counties. SPLOST benefits our local communities and the cities because it helps pay for public safety, personal protective equipment, vehicles, and as a homeowner, SPLOST helps spread out the costs to everybody that travels through or spends money in Habersham, and not just people that pay property taxes.
Andrew, your thoughts?
Like Sean, I'm gonna vote yes. We do need a new jail, I realize that, but as Sean said, it's that extra penny on the sales tax. It's not just the property owners in Habersham footing the bill for all of these improvements that every municipality needs. As people are traveling through, buying a snack at racetrack, they're contributing. And getting those extra funds, it allows these small towns that may not have the tourism that other larger towns get. We're able to get a piece of that pie, and we're able to do so many more projects or fund public safety, et cetera, with those funds. So I do support SPLOST.
All right, thank you. That completes our economic development round. Now we're going to move into infrastructure and service questions. So we're going to start off with you, Jim, on this. If you had a decision to raise property taxes to fully fund the fire department or cut the budget and have a contract with Habersham County, what would you do and why?
Well, you put me in a tough spot here, because about 4 years ago, I fought for the fire department.
It's a question for all.
But also, when I was in before, I took the city manager, and the two of us went down and sat with the fire chief and went through the books, and we did make cuts out of the fire budget. I believe that we need to understand that Demorest is 2.2 square miles. We're a small town. We don't have a big town fire department, we have a small town fire department. Figure out how to kind of run it on a shoestring budget. You can keep it. If we try to make it bigger and bigger, then lose it. You just can't do that. So I'm very budget minded. I was the first time I was in, I'm still there. I always have been as a business person. There are ways to make things work, but you have to be realistic. And I'm not for raising our property taxes to get these kind of things. I'm more and just bring the budget down and try to keep the service if at all possible.
Thank you. Sean.
So this has already been done at this point. So this is a hypothetical question on this. As going back to my original statement, a lot of people, that was one of the things that caused a lot of strife. We had 2 new council members come in 2020, and just the mere discussion of contracting with the county caused quite an uproar in the community. That was the start of the strife on this. But since that point, a lot of people in this community, originally supporters of that, told me that they believe that we should contract with the county on this. And the main thing is mostly dealing with budget, the increasing costs associated with operating the fire department for a small city, I guess around 2,000 people or so. It made sense to go with our services with the county on that.
Thank you. Andrew?
I'll go back to my employment now, the city of Busham. They do not have a fire department. Neither does the city of Brownsville, which is right next door. They use Jackson County. They provide fire services for both cities, and they're right there and right in the middle. Seeing that firsthand, it makes sense. Having a county take over, they're able to utilize their own personnel from other departments within the county to tackle this versus our department relying on help from the county. So it was a hard decision. However, budget standpoint, and also seeing it firsthand that it does work, we were able to make that decision that we felt was best for the citizens.
All right, thank you. Sean, we'll start with you on this question. What should the city's top priorities? Oh, did I not get you? Wow, I am so sorry.
I almost let you go past it.
I'm glad you gave me that look. That look was, you should have seen that look. That was intense. I want to hear from you, Patty. Go ahead.
Nobody wants their taxes raised. Our mortgage went up $150 a month because of taxes and insurance. But it's not just black and white. This issue about whether to keep a fire department, yeah, you may look at it on paper and how much the cost is going to be, but you really have to think about too the cost of, are we losing service time? The fire department now, it's 3 to 4 minutes. If it's county, it's going to go more. We're at a 3 right now on ISO. No, we're not going to keep that, but with the county, we're going to go to a 5. So our homeowners insurance is going to go up. And I tell you, if I had a choice between paying more taxes or paying to the insurance company, if it could be an either or, I'd say, well, I'll pay more taxes than, because I'd rather the city of Demorest have my money than the insurance company. It was not an easy decision for any of the councilmen. I don't know what I would have voted.
Oh, we'll leave
I
it
would have
on
voted
that.
to try to keep the fire department if possible.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good questions. So here is for you, Sean, starting off. What should the city's top priorities be for improving infrastructure, such as roads and utilities?
The top priority is finding us a new water source for Habersham County. June 2024, it was a mini drought. We were already running dry in all our tanks. A tank at the hospital ran dry. Everybody here should be scared at the thought of that. So much development, so many people have moved here. This is only going to get worse and worse every year that we have. So that needs to be the top priority, and to improve the water infrastructure that we have now. A lot of projects have been put on hold for many years. We're trying to tackle those one at a time as we can afford them, so that we can have good, clean, reliable sources of water for now and for the future.
All right. Thank you. Andrew.
I agree with Sean. First priority is finding that water source. Putting that in place, because we need that resource for the growth. And then I would also agree with Sean on, when the county put the water system in, the primary purpose was to provide drinking water. But now with the growth of all the houses coming in, we need a little more volume of water to accommodate fire safety. So we are going to have to start looking at replacing those lines with a larger pipe to get the volume of water to these areas, so that they are protected and we're not draining water tanks when there's one house fire.
All right, thank you. Patty?
I agree. Water is our lifeblood. That's where we get a lot of our income. And it's a necessity. And we've seen what's happened in other parts of the country when there's not enough water. And we don't want to be in that situation here. So there really is priority number one for our infrastructure.
All right, thank you. And Jim, your thoughts?
As far as streets go, we have our means of taking care of our streets. Our streets are not in bad shape. As we need to, we take care of those. So more of the focus would be, since we have the water department that we do, is servicing our customers and not letting their houses run dry. When we have things that are in obvious view, like the new apartments that went in up here near Chicago Pizza, that takes a lot of water to supply those people. But that's not the only thing there is. Our water department has, I believe, about 400 miles of water line in the ground. We cover a great portion of this county, not just in the city of Demorest. There's a lot of customers relying on us. And if we go and start putting our bigger pipes in to take care of growth that's coming, we've got to fill it with water. So we're going to need new water treatment plants. We're going to need a lot of infrastructure building to take care of people.
Very good. Final question. How will you ensure the safety and quality of life for residents through public services? That is our question. We'll start with you, Andrew.
One more time.
How will you ensure the safety and quality of life for residents through public services?
I wish we were on something else. That's a good one. I firmly believe we have the best police department here as far as the staff. Every one of them is extremely friendly. Casey, I'm not really just bragging because you're here. We have good people in place, right? And I feel safe downtown in this area. And I do believe that as a community, and having a strong community, and getting to know each other, we build that strong foundation, that it goes beyond. Everyone feels that when they come here, they're welcome, but they feel that they don't have to worry about walking to the vehicle across town, across the park, et cetera, because we do have those things in place. Good police force, we have friendly staff that are here, and we maintain the area, putting lighting where we need to, et cetera, support it.
Thank you. Patty?
Would you repeat the question?
Certainly. How will you ensure the safety and quality of life for our residents, such as through our public services?
Right. We'll listen first to ask the citizens what they think and what their experiences are. And then be very thoughtful about how we move forward, we do have a great police force that make us all feel very safe. It's very valuable for all of us, and they're great people. But also just to support, our public works who do make sure that everything's clean, and we've had compliments lately about how clean and well-run our city is. And work together as a council to find the best possible solutions to any challenges that arise for us.
Thank you. And Jim?
When I was on city council before, I had been put over public safety. And my focus was to, at that time, working with Robin, to make sure we maintained and gave them the tools that they needed to have the best police department that they could have. And that was accomplished. There was many times they were awarded for having the best small town police department. We have a very safe city because of our police department. In that as well, we have the fire department. And we need to work in whatever direction we need to go to make sure that fire services are here for our citizens to take care of the people. But we also have our streets to keep clean. We want to maintain a good-looking town. We have garbage that comes out of everybody's house. We want that to get gone. So we need to take care of these services and make sure that our people are taken care of, protected, watched after. And it's not just us, it's that Piedmont College over there too, Piedmont University. People send their children to us, trusting we'll keep them safe.
Thank you. And Sean, your thoughts?
Sure. So I think we have a pretty good quality of life right now. I think that's obvious by the amount of people that have moved here recently and are continuing to move here. We have a top-rated police department, top-rated administration in the police department. As noted with everybody else here, sometimes appearance of your town helps control crime. So we want to make sure that we have a nice-looking town. We will be getting ambulances here in the city of Demorest at the location where our fire department is. That should improve the quality of life and response time for any kind of emergencies when time is of the essence on some things. And also reliable garbage pickup. I see a lot of people complain when they have private companies that don't come pick up their garbage. We have a reliable department that picks up garbage every week, and we have a new truck.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go into round 4 now, where we're going to cover the community and quality of life. We're going to start off here with you and Patty, and we're going to begin with this question. How can the City Council promote civic engagement and stronger partnerships with Piedmont University?
I know that the city and the DDA are working together with Piedmont on many things, and they have been good partners to us in recent history. Just when they have a new president, and just keep the lines of communication open, to be transparent with each other about what our needs are. They do take up a lot of real estate and take up and use a lot of services, but I just think it's, again, communication, talking to each other.
And Jim.
Piedmont does have a big footprint here in Demorest, and we have a lot of, I'll say, temporary citizens that come to that campus. But we still have services that need to be provided for them. So working hand in hand in cooperation with Piedmont is a necessity. We need to have a good relationship with them. And we need to be in the mind, and a lot from the DDA, in things that we can provide for the students as well as our citizens that are equally beneficial and interesting to both sides, the citizens of Demorest and the students that come into town. So, yes, very important.
Thank you. Sean.
So when the city was founded, some of the tenets that the founders wanted, in addition to no alcohol, was to be a focus of education. The city's always been a leader as far as public education in the city. Piedmont is a great asset for us. Our relationship with Piedmont's 180 from where it was when I originally got on council. In fact, I can pick up my phone and call Piedmont's wife or president right now, have no issue with it, and text back and forth. I think that we should attend and promote Piedmont events. They have great things going on. For example, down at the museum right now, there's an exhibit from Ted Turner's son, Rhett Turner, photographs through his, on their property. I would highly recommend you go down to the museum and see it. They have musicals from students all the time. They have events. So I just recommend that
Thank you.
go to it.
Excellent. Andrew, your thoughts?
I'm gonna piggyback off this. I believe we should support their activities. People of the city, even council members, city staff, we should be involved, going to them, supporting Piedmont a little more through that way. And I attended Piedmont. I studied music over there. I was in the choir. Came to Harrison. I was not the worst one. It's a great program. It really is. It's a good school, and they offer a lot to the community. They bring a lot of students in, but they also bring in opportunities for, when they have a choir competition, they bring in other schools, high schools that come in. It's just a good resource to have right here in this small town.
Thank you. I'm going to go to round 5, transparency and governance questions. How will you promote transparency and communication between the city officials and residents? So that's a how question. Let's begin. Where did who led off last year? Patty did. Okay. You, Jim, are up to bat. Repeat the question. How will you promote transparency and communication between city officials and the residents?
Well, first thing, any of us who get elected into this are elected by the people. So we're representing them, not ourselves. So they need to know exactly what we are saying and what we are doing. There needs to be nothing hidden. We have sunshine laws. We have all kinds of closed door policies that we need to make sure we stay away from. If we're going to represent the people, they need to have access and know exactly what we're going to do. And we need to be talking to one another. The council has to communicate one with the other. This is not a one-person decision that's being made on orders of business. It's between 4 people and a mayor. So we have to communicate with one another to make intelligent decisions, informed decisions. It takes 4 people to make a vote. One person's not running this town.
All right, thank you. Sean.
So I think that we should encourage the public to attend meetings, such as what we're having right now, our regular meetings, any events the city has. If people come to these meetings, they would realize that we don't always follow Robert's Rules of Order to the minute detail on that. It's more of a conversation a lot of times in our meetings. As far as contacting within council, I mean, I'm always available for anybody to call and give me their opinion on anything. We can't obviously meet together, 3 of us, or that would not be a legal meeting. As far as the public contacting us too, I think the public should feel free to contact any one of us anytime they want to, regardless of whether they may agree or disagree with our opinions.
Thank you. Andrew.
Repeat that question.
So how can we promote transparency and communication between city and residents?
I agree. I feel like I'm approachable, so if you see me out in town, come talk to me. Whether you live in the city or the county, et cetera, I'll be more than happy to answer questions. But also know that we utilize social media to the best of our ability. And we do have emails that we can send out. I know as far as water customers, we have technology that can send alerts via text message if there's ever going to be a water shortage or an outage or maybe just a pressure going up. So we have resources available for people to stay in contact with, I feel like, what's important for life. It affects quality of life, right? But be involved, like Sean said, come to the meetings. I know I never did before I ran, but I'm glad I'm here, and you know, if I'm not elected, I will still be here. I'll still be involved in this community. So it's important to be involved. You can't expect change unless you're willing to put forth an elected.
All right, and Patty.
And we do have a lot of ways, avenues that we are reaching out to the citizens. Please exercise your right to be heard. Please come to town hall meetings, come to council meetings. If you really want to hear all the good stuff, come at 6 instead of 7, because that will give you a lot of background. You can always ask for clarification and information from the city. Call and they will work with you to get information. And please call or talk to your council members and talk to those of us on DDA. It's hard to lead in a vacuum, and so we need your thoughts. And all the phone numbers are out there for you to know. I know my husband's waiting by the phone just to hear what you have to say. So thanks, but yeah, I think it's got to be the citizens and the council working together to make that communication better.
Thank you. And this next question leans more into the leadership side of your role. What does ethical and effective leadership look like to you in our local government? And Sean, we'll start off with you.
It means leading by example. Volunteering when you can, showing up for events, being out in the community, talking to employees, just being visible when you can be at times, and staying off the front page of the newspaper as much as possible.
Thank you. Andrew.
I would agree with that, just being involved, helping if we have citizens that have a need that I'm not saying we're going to volunteer all the time, but if it's something that we can help out in passing, whether it's just a friendly wave or acknowledge them, if you see them walking, saying good morning, but and then with these events that the city has as council members, being involved as much as we are, makes a difference because we're supporting the staff, but we're leading by example. This is what we're not asking you to do all the work. We're here to help. I feel like that's my way of being as ethical as I can.
Thank you. Patty?
Listen to your conscience, vote your conscience, do what's right, even though it's the hard thing to do, or nobody's watching. As a Christian, I will pray over everything, everyone and everything, and I will do my best to listen to what God's leading, listen to you, and just use that to make the choices and the voting that is the best for this city. Appreciate that.
Thank you. And Jim.
Well, we're voted in by you, so we work for you. It's not ethical for you to vote me in and then me do what I want to do. So the whole purpose of us coming and giving of our time, taking time out of our own lives to do this job is to help you. So that's where we're all looking to serve, I hope, in our hearts and in our minds, is to be voted in by you and work for you and serve you. So we're here for you. If you have an issue, we're here. You can come, you can call, you can talk to us. There's a structure in the city of how everything works, but we are the ones who are voted in, not hired. And that vote is by your want. You wanted this person in, you wanted that person in. And by that, there's a relationship. And in that relationship, I want to work for you. I want to help you resolve issues that are important to you.
Very good. Thank you.
Right.
We had a slightly late start, so we're going to just go a few minutes over and get a few questions in. This is our time for our audience questions. So we're going to, you haven't seen these, so these we'll just start off and go with it. There have been many 3-to-1 votes from the current council, with the possibility of there being 2 votes from the home. How do you anticipate that affecting our city's democratic process and decision-making? Andrew, I'm going to start off with you on that one.
So the question is steering towards possibility of 2 votes from one home, is that really the?
I think that's what as I'm reading it.
I'm gonna say, I feel like that's kind of quick to make that judgment. Each person is an individual. Just because they do live in the same household does not mean they both agree and vote the same way. So it's kind of quick for someone to make that assumption that that's what's going to happen. I know currently we on council that a lot of times we do talk amongst each other, and yes, there have been a few occasions that I may have felt different on the topic, but after a couple of conversations, I started to see the other person's view, and not to say it changed my vote one or the other, but at least I'm open.
Very good. Patty.
Andrew knows me very well, and Jimmy, so I think that was part of his answer. Jimmy and I are 2 different people. My husband does not tell me how to think or act, and those of you that know us will be grinning because it's like, yeah, I can see that. We agree on some things, we disagree on other things, but we always discuss whatever the issue is. And we always do vote our conscience, and we would vote our conscience. So just want to assure everyone who thinks that, well, because there's a possibility that Jimmy and I will be on council together, that we would always vote in lockstep. That's not going to be the case. We will both listen to you, listen to our conscience, and then do what is right and best for the city.
Thank you. Jim? 3-to-1 votes for current council, or there have been many of those. With the possibility of there only being 2 votes from one home, how do you anticipate the affecting the democratic process and decision-making?
That certainly has been a topic that I've been hearing for the last few weeks. Since we have all qualified and put our names in the hat to run for these 2 seats. Can it happen? It can happen. Is it guaranteed it's going to happen? No, it's not. There's no guarantees. They are 2 independent people. I know my wife and I come together on a lot of decisions and kind of do the same resolve about lots of things. But we do have difference of opinions about certain subjects as well. So I can't say whether it would go that way or not. I'm not in their house, and I'm not in their minds. So can it happen? It could. Is it guaranteed? No, it's not.
Thank you. Sean?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Right now we have many 3-to-1 votes from the current council. With the possibility of there being 2 votes from one home, how do you anticipate that affecting our city's democratic process and decision-making?
I've been on the side of one of three versus one myself many times, so I don't know about that, but I mean, I'll be honest, that is an issue that a lot of people have called me and spoken with, concerned that we have had two people recently moved here that are in the same household that are running for council, and I mean, I've just heard a lot of people that don't really like that as much. Can that happen? I mean, it's not an precedent in Habersham County for this, for couples to be on the same council. Baldwin has right now, Alto has in the past. I mean, we could function that way, but does it affect the democratic process? I don't think it would affect the democratic process, if that's what we're asking.
That was the question, yes. Okay, thank you. All right, next question. Do you support City Manager Mark Musselwhite, and why? If you had to rate, this is a two-parter, if you had to rate him on a 1 to 10, 10 being the best, what would it be? This is your question about our current mayor.
Current mayor?
Mayor, I'm sorry, manager.
We get to rate the mayor?
Whoa. I read that wrong. Did I say it the first time that way? I did. I think, oh boy, okay. My day is going. All right, manager. How would you, do you support him, and how would you rate him? Let's see, where did I start off last time here?
Start with me.
Yes. Okay, so Patty.
Alright, so do I support the manager? I support him. And how would because, anybody being in that position is not an easy position. It's very easy to look at somebody and have different opinions about how they do their job. He is effective. In the rate, I don't like doing ratings. I never did when I was having reviews done and when I was a corporate trainer. I would say right now 7, and only because there are some challenges with people management. There's some opportunities for that, and just some perceptions. But I think regardless of how we feel about any one person that is in council or in leadership, we need to support and pray for them.
All right, thank you. Jim?
It's kind of a loaded question because not everybody likes everything about me. Not everybody likes everything about Mark. But Mark comes with a lot of background, a lot of experience, and since his time here, we've seen a lot of improvements happen in the city. Things have gone forward. Sometimes you have to take a rough road to get to where you need to go. It's not always smooth sailing. There's hard decisions that have to be made, and that makes you very unpopular. But with his experience that we have here and what I have seen him do, yes, I support Mark. I stand behind him. There is a pecking order. If there's something the citizen doesn't like about what he's doing, they can come to their council members, and then we can get with him and we can share that. We can work through that, and we can go forward. But Mark is willing to listen. It's been my experience with him. And yes, my support for him.
Thank you. Sean?
Was it Ronald Reagan that came up with the quote, "Are you better off 4 years ago than you are now"? I can't remember. I associate it with Reagan. But anyway, are we better off now than we were prior to Mark? And the answer is yes. Mark came to us. He did not have any city manager experience, but he has grown into that role. Our finances have approved. We had a lot of turnover prior to Mark, a lot of turmoil, a lot of things that get done, pushed down the road. I think that that he's done a very good job. I'm not gonna rate you, because I'm not gonna give you anything to bring back to me.
Andrew.
I support Mark. When we brought Mark on, he came right in the middle of a lot of growth for the city and our decisions. A new bathroom construction project taking place, taking on this school, and this has been a project from day one. And he brought a lot of experience in the building industry, a lot of experience in the finance industry, and like Sean said, we have seen a lot of improvements since he's been at steering the wheel for us. And I get tickled every time he talks. He says, look, I'm just going based on the direction you guys give me. And that's the truth. It is. I mean, whatever the council says, he is there and he's working hard every single day. I support him. I'm like Sean, I'm not going to rate him because I may want to go see a Georgia game with him one day, but I do support Mark. He does a great job. Great job.
Very good. Thank you. All right, we're going to now come to our closing statements, and we'll move into these with each candidate having 1 minute to share your final remarks why you are the right choice for Demorest voters. And we're going to do it in the reverse order than our opening statements. So we're going to start with Jim, then Andrew, Patty, and then Sean.
Okay. Again, just my willingness and want to serve the people. That shows in my pastorate. I listen to people. I want to serve people. I want to help people. And the same thing is when I served the first time on the council, it was to come in and to help our citizens, to be here for them. Everybody needs someone to represent them, to stand for them, to listen to them and speak for them. And I like to be their voice when it comes to sitting here on council and bringing their concern for the rest of the council, for us to work together to resolve these things and to help to keep pushing our city forward. We have a lot of projects that need to be started. We have some that are going that need to be finished. And I would like to help to work budgetarily minded in keeping those moving forward without taking all of our citizens' money away from them. So we have a lot of senior people that live on a fixed budget and we can't take all the money. So I want to represent you.
Very good. Andrew.
I would like to continue seeing these projects we have in mind, the ones that we're actually working towards. I would like to continue working and on those so we can see something happen in this next 4 years. If there is a water plant and if things are going smooth, it's going to take a little longer than 4 years to complete that. However, I would like to be part of it. Also, I'm here for the community. I'm here for the citizens. If you need anything from me, I'm always available. And that's just the way I am. I'm here for you. And I do want to see the city stay within budget because I treat this budget the same as my own in my house.
Thank you. Patty?
I will work hard for you. I will listen to you. I will support you. I will work with the other council members. And I love this city. We may have only been here 4 years, but our heart is here. And I'll throw myself into it working here. And one last thing, if you want to come and talk to me one-on-one on October 23rd from 10 to 11:30, I'll be at Farmhouse Coffee doing coffee with the candidate. Come on over, I'll buy you a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and we'll just chat and talk about things.
Very good. Thank you. Sean?
Well, I'm supposed to be the reserved and quiet person here. So obviously I learned tonight I can't answer a question that you give to me in only 1 minute. But so 4 years ago, when I was running for my first 4-year term, I had somebody ask me, well, what have you done? What have you accomplished? And I'd only been on council a year, probably less than a year at that point. I really didn't have that much to say to them. But now that we're going almost 5 years, I decided before I came to this meeting to kind of write a list of the accomplishments that have happened since I've been on council. I've taken up 2 pages. I can't talk about any of them because I'm going to get dinged. I'm going to hear that in my dreams tonight, I believe. But I just ask your vote to continue to move the city forward. And I just want to say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for being here, sponsor it, to the Northeast Georgian, to Mr. Todd Caldwell of the Hub, and to the City of Demorest for allowing us and sponsoring us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Well, thank you to all of you, our candidates, and to everyone who's joined us, as well as on Facebook. We are glad you joined us tonight. Our participation, your participation, strengthens our democracy, and it strengthens our community. And so please remember to vote. The early vote starts October 14th through Election Day, November 4th. Every voice and every vote matters. Thank you for letting me be a part of my first Demorest experience as a 5-year-old Demorest. So I even said it right, didn't I? Because when I moved here, they said, I used to say Demorest. I got corrected within 3 days. Demorest. Did I say it right? I got it. All right. Thank you for being a part tonight. Have a good evening.